You are listening to the Video Game Music Show here on KSBC at 88.7 FM and live on the web at ksbc.org. I'm here with my very special in-studio guests with Seth and Michelle from 8-Bit Weapon and ComputeHer. And let's talk about the live set you guys just played. What were the tracks that you guys played, and where is it on this compilation?
Yeah. Everything we played tonight is on the best of.
The best of. The greatest hits album.
Right.
Okay.
The first song was Sugar Cube, ComputeHer track.
And how did you come up with the name Sugar Cube?
It was actually a challenge. Somebody gave me a challenge to make an adult themed type of song. So.
Okay.
Was it?
Yeah. And
was it
so,
really?
I thought you wanted like a Giorgio Moroder type of...
No, it was...
Oh. Okay.
Anyways, so I thought, let's call it Sugar Cube.
Right.
Okay. That works too. Okay, and then the other tracks?
The Art of Video Games was the second one.
Okay.
That's actually in the Art of Video Games exhibit.
Nice.
When you're at the entrance, they play that song as well as a couple of ComputeHer songs as well.
And that's our 8-Bit Weapon track.
That's an 8-Bit Weapon track that was
now, did you
a special
make,
remix for this show.
I was going to ask you, did you actually make that for the...
We did that between yesterday and today.
What?
Yeah. In the car on the way down.
Well, we made that track for the exhibit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Sorry.
Was that for the exhibit?
And then,
Oh, okay.
It's us talking about we had remixed
We remixed it.
Oh, on the way down?
Car.
In the car on the way down here. Wow, man. I like that. That was the second song?
That was the second song, yeah.
Okay, I think that's when I played the Firestarter song over it. So that's the mashup, mega remix.
Surprise Attack remix.
Surprise Attack. So I apologize for that. Wow. I'm such an amateur.
That's fine.
What an amateur DJ.
We like Firestarter, so it doesn't matter.
You just guys can call me DJ Amateur, so that's what I am. No longer Sysoff. I'm DJ Amateur. Okay, so
what?
Go ahead.
Oh, and then the next song was Igustra, an 8-Bit Weapon track.
I goosed you?
Igustra.
Igustra, yeah.
Okay.
I think we're a family-oriented band.
Okay.
I
couldn't tell from the first one had to do with sugar cubes.
You asked where it came from, and
you said it was an adult theme, so now you're saying you're a family oriented.
Yeah, we're a family now.
You're a family. We're back to
music
family.
for Disney.
Just don't ask the background of the songs.
Okay, and since we're kind of winding down, let's talk about the website as opposed to the Facebook. Now, I've been on both of your websites, and they're pretty elaborate. I'm really impressed. You put a lot of time into that. It's not just some BANDCAMP thing.
We don't want to be spread thin. We just wanted a hub. And we're on all of those. Yes, we're on the hub.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put yourselves out there, but it's the website itself that's, the intro, the music, and all that. Mm-hmm. So, talk about a little bit about the website.
Well, in today's age, I mean, people go to Facebook, and that's almost like its own internet. Like, people go and talk to their friends there, they find bands there. If they watch a TV commercial for fart socks, they go on Facebook to find them. They don't go to Google anymore.
Right. It's true.
So what we do is we try and make it worth your while to go out of your way off the Facebook grid into the wilderness that is the real internet. And find our...
And you're talking about the full circle of which was...
Oh, yeah. Well, in the golden age of the internet...
In 94, 95?
Yeah, 95. Most people were introduced through America Online, AOL. And they had their own kind of Fisher-Price pre-internet. Like, you never actually got to the internet unless you figured out there was a way to get out of AOL. Otherwise, it looked like the internet was AOL. So, once you broke out of America Online and you actually got to the internet, the whole world kind of exploded. Then, these days, with Facebook, everybody goes to Facebook. They don't want to find it on the internet anymore.
Right.
They don't even want to use Google. Google's too hard.
It's too hard. They want to be fed the information now, right? They want to log into Facebook and have all their favorite, whatever theaters or venues or whatever.
Yeah, or their friends. I don't want to call my friend. I just okay, if he shows up on my feed, fine, but I'm not going to call him. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? Gosh. So, going back to the website, and you really spoofed up the website because you wanted to attract more people.
Yeah, we want to attract more people and feel like it was worthwhile to leave the social network and check it out.
But
so
you
we've
can
got
still link back to
social
networks from our
There's nothing
website.
wrong with social networks. It's just cool to get out into the internet and see all the bands
See the world.
or movies or stars or whatever you're interested in, books, their own website. Because there's put a lot of thought and effort into it, and there's a lot of content that you can download and explore.
So you can go to 8bitweapon.com or
Right.
ComputeHer.com.
Right.
Right.
And obviously there you can get the merch, right?
Right. T-shirts, CDs. We actually have CDs and collectible 5 1/4-inch floppy disks.
It's very
real
impressive.
floppy disks.
And I have to be honest, since I'm from the old school days, I was a little bit torn about taking floppies and putting CDs. I don't know. I know there's enough floppies to go around.
There's
but
plenty of floppies, and it's really all about recycling
And it's
being
only-
green. You're taking taking the floppies that nobody's going to use anymore, except for us and a few others, and putting
I guess
CDs
that's just
inside them.
That's my hoarder side. It was like, you can't do that to those discs.
It's limited edition, so
Yeah.
there's only
Oh,
so
that's
many.
true.
There's
That's
only
right.
so many discs will be scalped in the name of music.
Scalped. Now, I want to bring up the fact of CDs and BANDCAMP. What do you think about the whole digital age of digital downloads and CDs? Kind of seem like they're going out of style a little bit.
I think any kind of physical media is going the way of the dinosaur.
Unless you're a collector.
Right. And it's interesting you brought that up, because it seems like CDs are now more going out of styles over vinyl records. Like they make vinyl records of stuff, and then you get a digital download code for the collectors. People who want to collect on vinyl. So I never thought I'd see CDs go out of style before vinyl, but I guess those things happen. So what do you think about digital download? Are you going to still make CDs, or do you think you're gonna?
We actually didn't do a physical CD for the first time with our last 8-Bit Weapon album, Bits with Byte. We just did iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby, and BANDCAMP, all digital downloads. And with BANDCAMP, you can pick your format, which people seem to really love. Do FLAC or lossless or whatever.
I love the FLAC. I have to admit, I do like the FLAC.
Nobody really complained either.
No.
They didn't say, "Hey, where's the CD?" Instead, they say, "Hey, where's your vinyl?"
Right.
Yeah. Or the cassette. They're like,
Yeah,
"Do you have a cassette?"
we
That's
got
the new
out for
vinyl,
that.
is cassette.
Cassette's the new vinyl.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can embrace. I can embrace vinyl. I can't do the.
I love
cassette.
the background hiss.
The hissing
They
noise.
say, that
Wow.
that you
I
know
never thought
CDs
I'd
did
hear
away
that.
with finally, and now they want it back.
Real fast, my friend Oliver Daly, who listens every week from Ireland, wants to say hi and hello. From Ireland.
Hi, Oliver.
Hi.
Yeah, says hi. Okay, so let's. We got about 10 minutes left, but let's talk about more about. Since people have been hearing some of your music, let's talk about any local shows coming up.
Yeah, we're playing a big show with a bunch of our friends in the chip music scene in May. So probably the middle of May, end of May, we're gonna have a big show with a lot of fellow chip acts from Southern California, maybe even one from Northern California. But yeah, we'll see.
10 from Southern California and 1 from Northern California.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the ratio. Though.
And that's the ratio, right? That is the ratio. And what is the show? I don't think I even heard anything. The
bands don't even know.
The bands don't even know they've been selected.
They're not even playing yet.
Actually,
Okay.
Sid knows.
Okay. Well, you just told everybody.
He's like, I am.
Yeah. But anyhow, there's nothing's in stone yet, and we will announce when it's.
Okay. Who's putting it on?
We are.
We are.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like our kickoff.
The
show.
kickoff tour
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Okay. And where are you going to have it?
There's 2 places in mind, and since we don't have one 100% locked in, we're not going to say.
Okay.
But if you go to our websites, 8bitweapon.com and ComputeHer.com, or even on our Facebook or Twitter, we'll be announcing as things get closer.
And are you going to have any new merchandise, new shirts, anything like that for these shows?
Hopefully, my album.
Yeah.
My
Hopefully
new album.
The new album?
Yeah.
And you're going to send DJ Sysop an advance copy?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Maybe we'll do a debut listening party.
In fact,
We can do a show.
I almost forgot about the birthday party you played.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I got invited to one of your lists. A whole family listens to your show.
Yes. And this was news to me. I saw you guys last week. A listener was listening to the show. I played one of your tracks. And how did this come about? They
Well, they just said that they're really big fans of your show
Wow.
and that they hear my songs played on your show.
Wow.
And they invited me to play a surprise
That's
birthday
right.
party, and I just wanted to say hi to Zoe and her family. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a great party.
You were there,
Yeah.
obviously. Okay.
I was the engineer.
And so it just goes to show that the video game music show changes lives. That's all. I just want to take transforms people. That's why I just want to take away from the show tonight. That was really cheesy. I was being completely sarcastic. You guys were like looking at me. He's like, "Is this guy for real? Is he for real?" No, I was just joking. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else? We're kind of winding down. Anything else you want to add?
Can I say hi to my mom and dad?
Yeah, say hi to mom and dad. Give out plugs, shout outs, whatever.
Yeah,
I guess you just did, right?
Yeah, hi to our families and friends and all of the fans who've supported us.
Yeah, I noticed you guys.
Especially the fans.
I noticed the family members come out to quite a bit of your shows.
Yeah, my parents pretty much
very
go to
supportive, right?
all
Very
of my
supportive.
shows. Yeah.
They, I remember seeing them in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
They even went to London.
Wow, that is dedication.
Yeah.
Hey, well, yeah. So, what do family members think of?
I have a funny story because, you know, the
Yes,
floppy
let's hear
disk
that.
we have,
Uh-huh.
I gave my dad, right when I was doing the first remixes of the Commodore music, I gave my dad a CD and a floppy disk, and this was probably in 98 or 99. And I called him up one day or whatever, and I said, "So what did you think?" He goes, "Well, I don't know what you want me to do with it. I don't have a drive like that anymore."
I can't fit it in my disk drive.
Yeah, and it's like, "No, there's a CD inside it." He's like, "Oh."
That's like our marketing needs
Yeah.
to improve a little.
There needs to be
We outsmarted ourselves.
There needs to be an instruction manual on how to work those.
And we've had that a few
discs.
times,
Well, even
actually.
at the Classic Gaming Expo, people will be like, so,
Yeah, they're at the merch.
What game is this?
Do you have CDs? It's like, yeah. Like, well, I don't have that kind of a drive anymore. Is that for an Apple or a Commodore? Like, no, there's a CD inside.
There's a CD inside.
Yeah, so... And if you think about it, most people today don't use
Do you
or
know
have
what that
any
is?
idea who the drives are.
Oh, is
Hi,
that?
Carnival.
Yeah, we're looking at the Video Game Music Show Facebook page, and Carnival, is that?
Yeah, that's the mom.
That's the mom. Wow, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Awesome. They're saying
You're not
hi.
the odd family. You're the norm now.
You're now
cool
the
family.
cool family.
You're ahead of the curve.
That's right. You're the cool mom. OMG, awesome. So there they are. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're listening. Awesome. Okay, well, I think we're going to wrap it up. And as always, I always end the show with...
Show tunes.
Show tunes. With...
Hello, my baby.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Wow, that was a good one. You totally caught me off guard. Yes, I ended off with Final Fantasy. I want to thank my in-studio guests, Seth and Michelle from 8-Bit Weapon and ComputeHer, finally making it down to the Video Game Music Show. Ever since I wanted to have guests on my show, you guys were always on the top pick. So I know it was a journey to get here.
Yeah.
So I'm glad.
Thanks for having
Yeah.
us.
Thank you very much.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of
Absolutely.
You
fun.
guys,
We'll
you
do
had
it
a horrible
again.
time. You're gonna do it
No, it
again?
was great.
Sooner than 3 years.
Awesome! I can't wait. And why don't you give a quick plug for your websites and that good stuff?
You can find ComputeHer at ComputeHer.com or on Facebook.com/ComputeHer and Twitter at ComputeHer.
And then, of course, there's 8bitweapon.com and there are the 8-Bit Weapon sites on Facebook, Facebook.com/8bitweapon, as well as Twitter.com/8bitweapon.
Cool. I forgot to pull this card out. Good stuff. I gotta tell you what's coming up on tonight's programming. My email address, DJ Sysop's email address, is thevideogamemusicshow@gmail.com. And of course, you can always look me up on the Facebook, which is The Video Game Music Show. Once again, thanks to Seth and Michelle, 8-Bit Weapon and ComputeHer.